Hi, this is Dr. Martina, your sexuality expert. Pardon me. Sometimes it just takes a little longer to get comfortable. So I'm taking my time here so I can be relaxed. December 31st, 2019. We're going into a new year tomorrow. And since this is the time where some people, 60% of us, make some New Year's resolution, I thought I might inspire you to make a New Year's resolution that includes your sexuality. I have notes today. That's why those glasses are happening here. In 2018, the 3 most popular items on a New Year's resolution list was, number 1 was lose weight, number 2 exercise more, and number 3 was save more money. In 2019, the 3 most popular New Year's resolution was, drum roll, number 1 lose more weight, number 2 exercise more, and number 3 save more money. In 2020, which is obviously not here yet, but they did a little survey of about 2,000 people, and for 2020, not much has changed. Number 1 was eating healthier, which was 71% had that on there. Number 2, exercise more, 65%. Number 3, lose weight, 54%. And number 4, I'm pretty sure you guessed it, save more money, 32%. Don't you think it's about time that sexuality gets on that list? This gets a pretty boring list. The other thing I found for 2020, I found a list in case, one can't come up with anything themselves. Found a list with 30 ideas for New Year's resolution. And there was some interesting stuff on there, like to have more fun, meditate, play more, learn something new, and pick up a hobby. So I'm going to challenge you, if you're interested in picking up a hobby for 2020, make it your sexuality. A hobby gives you a creative outlet. It engages your brain. Obviously, it also engages your body if you have a physical hobby. It's good for you. It's fun. It gives you something to look forward to, and it gives you something to be compassionate about. And not compassionate, gives you something to be passionate about. That's pretty fun for a hobby. It's pretty fun if you could apply all of that to your sexuality. Sexuality is my hobby. Now, if picking your sex life as a hobby, it may be a little too intimidating. I do understand that, but maybe what you can do is you can just put some items on there that will on that list of goals for 2020 that will improve your sex life. And by the way, you don't have to be in a relationship to do that. You just have to be daring enough to choose a goal for 2020 that concerns your sexuality. I mean, wouldn't that be a nice thing to do for yourself? So let me give you what some of those goals can be, if you don't want to make it the whole hobby thing. You can improve your sexual knowledge. You can put that on there. Our bodies are amazingly interesting and fascinating, and there's a lot of things to learn about our anatomy. And anatomy is important when it comes to sex. You may want to put a sex-positive mind. If you can get rid of those nagging negative thoughts in your head while you're in bed trying to have sex, that will definitely make a difference in the quality of your sex. You can learn, so you can put on their orgasm. Learn something about it, learn how to have one. I think that should be on everybody's list. Can you imagine everybody, if one of those lists that come up with the most popular items on there, if orgasm would be on there? That'd be so cool. That would be really good for this country and for the whole world. Sexual self-assurance, which is a wonderful thing to have. It will definitely improve your self-esteem. sexual communication, being able to talk about sex and what it is that you want and desire and afraid of and not know how, all of that. Just having that communication, getting rid of shame through communication, that would be a wonderful thing too. Or, just maybe something as simple as and fun as the skill of seduction. That will put fun and play into your sex life. I can promise you that. This is a pretty juicy list, isn't it? It would be nice, God, it would be nice. So now I want to throw some numbers at you. I love numbers, and that's why I have these notes here, so I can get them right. 60% make New Year's resolutions. Let's just say those 60%, those people make those resolutions. Let's say they put their sexuality on the list. And let's just say that the sexuality item falls somewhere between losing weight and saving more money. And in the percentile, that would be about 40%. So if we have 4 million people living in the Bay Area, roughly, 60% of make New Year's resolution, which is 2.4 million. And then we have 40% of those 2.4 million actually put their sexuality on it. So we have 960,000 people working on their sexuality. Now, even so 60% make New Year's resolution, only 8% actually achieve them. So let's take the 8% of the 960,000, and that is 77,000 people actually can or would have achieved their goal of improving their sex life, which is a huge number. Imagine 77,000 people walking around in the Bay Area with happier sex, more successful sex, more satisfying sex, sex positive minds are walking around. It would be a different world. People would be happier. People would be kinder to each other. So be one of those people. Be one of those numbers and put yourself on there and put your sexuality on your New Year's list. And if you need any help with it, I of course will help you, and I will be there. So have a wonderful evening tonight. Be safe. Have a lot of fun. Make that list. Put something about sex on there. And Happy New Year. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.